Hello and welcome to BOI Weekly. I'm Kayode Alayande. Today on the show, our focus is on the Bank of Industry's intervention in the rug and carpet industry in Nigeria. Lucky Fibres, makers of noble carpets, are a major beneficiary. They started out in Nigeria as a trading company marketing and distributing noble carpets and rugs. But after a while, they decided to tap into a window of opportunity to manufacture the product locally. Now, with an experience spanning well over 30 years, they are proudly the largest manufacturers of carpets and rugs in West Africa, delivering the product to a wide spectrum of households and businesses, ranging from hotels, corporate offices, telecommunications companies, government offices, churches, mosques, to restaurants, just to mention a few. We visited their factory located in Itokin, Ikorodu, where we met the general manager, Jitesh Pamnani. He says the Bank of Industry played a key role in their success, coming to the rescue at the most critical moments. Mr. Pamnani discusses their strategy to stay competitive, the impact of the government policies, as well as other industry-specific issues. Stay close.
Lucky Fibres is a member company to Tolaram Group. We are makers of noble carpets and rugs brand in Nigeria. We distribute our carpets and rugs pan West African countries apart from Nigeria, and we started first operations in 1989 as a fiber manufacturers that time. So we were supplying fiber to carpet manufacturing companies in Nigeria, and we gradually forward integrated ourselves in terms of carpet manufacturing. And in year 1996 we put up the first carpet manufacturing unit, and we introduced a brand called Noble Carpets and Rugs in Nigeria. Now we can say we are proudly Nigerian company, and we supply pan Nigeria. Apart from supplying pan Nigeria, we are also present in Ghana, Ivory Coast, West African nations.
At what points did you decide that it was necessary to move from just providing the raw materials for the rug producers to being rug producers yourself?
Yeah. Late 80s, there were about 2 dozens or over 2 dozens of carpet manufacturing companies in Nigeria. And as we were supplying fibers to them, we were happily supplying. But then the company started folding down. So we said, okay, now what do we do? Because we have investments on ground as a fiber unit. So we said, why not forward integrate and be a consumer product? We are also an ISO certified company by Standard Organization of Nigeria. So that believes that we are supplying a quality product at an affordable price for our consumers in this market.
All right. Can you tell me about your portfolio of products, really?
We have a big portfolio of products. We have tufted carpets, we have woven carpets, we have printed carpets. And printed technology, we are the only manufacturer in sub-Saharan continent who has this kind of a technology. We have a large portfolio of products. We manufacture carpets and rugs. In carpets, we have tufted carpets, printed carpets. In rugs, we have woven rugs, center rugs, prayer mats, various types of carpets which go to various sections of society. We cover residential, we cover commercial. Under commercial, we cover hospitality industry, we cover offices, we cover commercial buildings. We also have a very new innovation product for FMCG companies wherein they do promotions. So we do supply them center rugs for their customers and their distributors to be given, and we brand it for them and we customize it to them. And latest one to add is our new concept called Define Your Prayer Area, as we have in mosque prayer mats, prayer runner mats. We have for churches Define Your Prayer Area. So you have your own logo, your church logo on the rug, and then you can as a member of a church, you can take that rug to your house and put it in some place where you can define your prayer area. We've just recently launched it last year, last quarter, and it's just going to catch up. We have spread the word of the mouth across all the churches, and they are buying into the idea. We have various processes to make carpets. To start with, we make fibers. Fiber is required as a very first step to make carpets. So we are approaching our fiber plant.
All right. What makes you determine how you price your product?
Okay, you price the product compared to what the consumers can afford it. So we keep our pricings in a various price points. So it makes it affordable for the consumers. So we have pricing for as low as 4,000 till 50,000 naira per square meter for rugs, wall-to-wall, various types of products.
I'd like to talk about sales, distribution and marketing. Tell me where your products go, both inside and outside Nigeria.
So we have 220 distributors in Nigeria, so we have a pan-Nigerian presence. Our distributors are well placed in geographic of Nigeria, wherein they carry all the products. We have vehicles, trucks, vans to distribute those products to the distributors and to the point of sales further down. So our distribution network goes like this. We have a distributor, we have a sub-distributor, we have a consumer. We also have showrooms wherein people can walk in, place the order, customize your carpets for customization purpose. Of course, we need to have a minimum certain quantity for it to be commercially sellable.
I would like to know how the Bank of Industry has made a difference at Lucky Fibres. Tell me about the lines of credits that you have received from BOI.
Okay, first of all, let me be thankful to the federal government of Nigeria and most probably Bank of Industry, who has been very supportive to us. They have been at a very right time giving us the working capital finance as well as the finance for procuring machineries. So we have machines, equipments which are state of the art. We bought from the funding from Bank of Industry, and as you can see behind that we have huge machines set up over here.
Tell me about these machines and equipment that you're able to acquire as a result of that intervention.
2009 we acquired the machine which we just seen at the back of it. This machine is state of the art fiber plant in West African continent. So the way it goes is that we put up the factories. We invested about $5 million on this capex, and as you can see, that machine is barely running. We run at 30-35% capacity, and Bank of Industry has been helping us to make this capacity increase so that we have enough working capital to flow the raw materials in, and we run the machines.
So, how many times have you been able to get these loans from the Bank of Industry?
We've been benefited twice in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
2010 was the first time, and the second time was the last year. And these loans have come at a very right juncture time, where we're thinking of pulling back or shutting down the factories. And this investment comes in at a reasonable cost to us, which makes us competitive in the market. Otherwise, at the commercial rate borrowing, you cannot run the factories. So in terms of machine, which is just behind me, is a fiber plant. It makes yarn for making the carpets. It's a surface, yarn is the surface of the carpets. So that is what machine does. The capacity of this machine is over 500 tons. But currently what we do is about 200 tons or thereabout. The other one on the right hand side, weaving machine, the capacity is about 50,000 square meters, and we do roughly about 70% of the capacity on the machine.
What is your model for employment here?
We have direct labor who are working on the machines. Those are employed by us.
How many of them?
We have about 500 plus people over here in the factory and handling the sales and distribution part of movable carpets and rugs. We also have some casual or you can say outsourced contract work, which is security, cleaners.
I'm interested in knowing how you acquire your raw materials.
We import certain raw materials which are base raw materials like coloring pigments. Then we have primary backing. Certain raw materials we source it over here locally. So we have a supply chain department which are aggressively into procurement and making sure that we are getting the raw material at the right pricing.
So how easy is it for you to get a majority of your raw materials locally?
Last 1 year has been very tough for us in terms of sourcing the raw materials from outside Nigeria because of forex scarcity. As we all know that due to the crude oil prices, the forex availability has been very scarce. So we are also trying to manage what we can buy locally and blend it with the imported one and run the factories. We will not be able to use the 100% of what is produced in Nigeria because of the grade. What the grade which our machines require is a fiber grade, and for the manufacturers over here it is just an hour of production. So for that they will not be willing to change their machine setups and add additives. So we are kind of like forced to import it. Sometimes we blend it with the imported ones, but we cannot use the 100% for sure.